What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. This is the PTCGO Tournament Series round number 2, and we are playing the Raikou deck, and we won the coin flip, so we'll be going first. Now, we are playing a Eelektrik deck as well, against Eelektrik deck as well, so it'll be interesting to see what are we playing against. It could be Megamanectric, Megamanectric Raikou, or not Megamanectric Raikou, Megamanectric Garbodor. So get Dynamo down, Raikou in the X spot, press done. Right now our hand is not the greatest. We can Colors for one, but that's not really that good. And there's a Dynamo as well for my opponent. So I'm going to Ultra Ball, discard the Evosoda and Colors. We're going to have a Shaman. Alright, so we'll grab Shaman, put down the Rough Seas, and we are going to set up for 4 new cards. And like I said, I don't know what my opponent's playing. I imagine it's either a Raikou or a Megamanectric deck. So we'll set up for 4. There's a Lightning Energy, Fighting Field. Well, Lightning Energy active, Fighting Fear Belt. And do I Sycamore? I don't want to do Sycamore because I discard DC and the Colors, but I don't. I mean, a Super Rod and DCE, but I think I'm going to Sycamore right now. Just discard our hand, draw 7 new cards, and let's go find more Dynamos or not. And we unfortunately do not find another Dynamo. Alright, so press. Oh, put down the Raikou. And just unfortunately pass on to my opponent's turn. Alright, so my opponent's turn. Let's see what's going to happen. They could go for a Water Splash for 10. Flip a coin of heads, does 10 more damage. I like the Thunder Wave one a little bit more because you can paralyze your opponent. And here we see an Ultra Ball. Go to discard card, 2 cards from their deck. And from their hand, go to search deck for any Pokemon. And go and discard an Eelektrik. And let's see what does our opponent opt to get out. And if it's a Hoopa, then we're definitely playing against a Megamanectric deck. But if it's a Raikou, then we're playing against a Mirror Match. Or it could be something else that we have no idea we're playing all together. Now, we do play that 1-2. Oh, so it is a mirror match. And I wonder how this is going to go. Unfortunately, we did drop a Shaman down, so that's not good. But what we could do is maybe Sky Return this turn. We see Fighting Fields, Lightning Energy, via Seeker, 4 Sycamore, go and discard their hand, draw 7 new cards. If we can Shaman set up for a knockout, that'd be fantastic. We will have to find another Fighting Fear Belt, but this is very possible. We get Floatstone the Dynamo, Sycamore, discard a hand, draw 70 cards, and take a knockout on it. But let's see what's going to happen and what will our opponent do. There's a Floatstone to the active, so I imagine he's going to retreat to this Raikou. And yeah, he is going to retreat to this Raikou. Alright. Okay, so pass onto our turn. We get a Eelektrik. Okay. So put down Eelektrik. Floatstone. I think I'm still going to attack with Shaman this turn. I know it doesn't do any damage, but I'd rather get the Shaman off the field. So yeah, we're going to Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. I know he has access to Rough Seas and all the other kind of stuff, and we did draw a Fighting Fear Belt, so we could have taken a knockout, but unfortunately we cannot. So we're going to Ultra Ball, discard the Karen and a Raikou. Yeah, we'll discard these 2. And let's look through our deck. We're going to grab a Dynamo, of course, but let's see. Okay, so I think our plan is to put down Dynamotor to the Shaman, retreat, and Sky Return for at least 10, for 40 damage, minus 20, so 20. But we get the Shaman EX off the field, which I think is better to do. We'll Fighting with the active, and we will go for a Sky Return for 40 damage, minus 20 for 20, and then he can use Rough Seas to heal it. And we're going to set up the Raikou with nothing on it. What we can do next turn is put down an Eelektrik, Lightning, Sycamore, discard our hand, and we can get an attack off if we find that Floatstone. And there's Rough Seas, heal that 20 damage off the Raikou. And this can be a fairly interesting matchup. We definitely do not want to put Shaman down on the field in this mirror match because that's an automatic 2 prize cards for your opponent. So let's see what does our opponent do here. We know they're playing some kind of psychic Pokemon, so it could be like the exact 60 as we're playing, except they're playing the different Dynamos. There's an N, so both get a new hand of 6, which is unfortunate because we have an Eel, we have a Lightning. The only thing we have is a Fighting Field that we don't want to discard. So we'll get 6 new cards as an Ultra Ball. This hand is fantastic. It doesn't get any better than this. Can we take a knock on this Raikou? No, we have to do 180 damage, and that's almost impossible. But what we could do is Ultra Ball, discard Lightning and Dynamo, put down Eel, Floatstone the active, double Dynamotor, and as long as we hit energy, we can get attack off the first attack on the Raikou, which I think is very important in the mirror match. And just a pass onto our turn, we find a Fighting Fear Belt. So we're going to Ultra Ball. And yeah, I'm going to discard the Dynamo and Lightning to get another Raikou. We actually have two Raikous prized? Oh man, so we have two Raikus prized, unfortunately. Alright, so that's not good at all. Yeah, we have one Raikou prize, sorry. Alright, so press done. We'll just grab another Dynamo, put that down. Unfortunately, I mean, we prize the Raikou, so that's not good. We'll Fluster the active. Put down Eel. Um, I think we Via Seeker for an N. I know it gives my opponent one more card, but or do we go? Oh no, I think we're gonna grab Course instead. 4, 5. We need a Lightning Energy, so we either get 5 or 4. I think I'm gonna go for Course, because I don't want to give an extra card. As long as we find a Lightning Energy, we do find a Lightning Energy. Okay, so we get Lightning Energy. This guy, we can double Dynamotor. So Dynamotor number 1 onto the Raikou. We can Dynamotor number 2 on the Raikou as well, and take the Thunder for the first Thunderlance hit. So yeah, we'll put double down. All right. We will treat and Thunderlance for 110. No, 100 damage. Sorry, I keep always thinking about this is muscle band, but not a fighting field. So 100 damage. He can rough seas, heal the 30, bring it up to 90, but then we can take a knockout. So that's fantastic. So under our opponent's turn, let's see what can happen now. What we could do is we could Hex Maniac next turn, take a knockout, make it where he cannot Dynamotor the next turn, which is important because, I mean, unless he gets a Raikou, I mean, he could Raikou, attach, and then next turn he can hit us. If he doesn't get a Raikou down, then I think we definitely Hex Maniac this turn. So let's see what he decides to do here. Does he play Lysander? There's a Battle Compressor. Go and discard 3 cards out of his deck. Could discard like a Lysander, maybe a Hex Maniac. If he Lysanders up an Eel, that could be really bad. Could be stuck in the active spot unless we top deck the AZ. We played one Via Seeker, okay. Just trying to keep up a resource. Now, this mirror match is going to be very, very strange. I don't know how to play it out. I guess we're set at first. So I guess that's the main thing, right? And if he drops the Shaman, then that's obviously bad. Like, you don't want to drop Shamans in the mirror match, because that's pretty much a free prize card. I know we did on the first turn, but luckily we did Sky Turn without being punished. So Compressor, let's see what's his discard pile. There's no Lightning, so he could discard a Lightning. He discards 2 Rough Seas and a Lightning, and there's a Jirachi. Now I think putting on the Jirachi could be a misplay. Depends if he can AZ it up later. That is a free 2 prize cards for us. So Sycamore, go and discard his hand, draw 7 new cards, discard the Sidestone. So he's Pokemon Similarity. Pokemon Similarity. That could be the key card difference in this matchup. Dynamotor, so he will Dynamotor, but does he find an Energy Attachment for his turn? If he does, he'll be okay. And there's a DC, okay. So DC be attached. He actually retreats to Raikou, okay. Alright, so he's gonna retreat to Raikou. Do we still Hex? Do we Eva? Like, I think I'm still Eva. I think I'm Eva Soda for sure. Oh, he gets Thunderlance still this turn. So 50 damage onto our turn. All right. So we get a Lysander. So we're gonna Rough Seas. We are going. Can we Dynamite it? We actually can't Dynamite right now. We'll Lysander, bring this Jirachi up. I think that's a fantastic play. And we will Thunderlance for the knockout. I know he can Rough Seas, heal this guy up some, but I'd rather take the 2 prize cards right now. There's a Side Sword and a Raikou, because at any moment he can AZ up that Raikou, so I really don't want him to do that. So onto my opponent's turn, I imagine he'll send his Raikou up. I don't think he'd take a knockout this turn. He has to do 160 damage. That is a lot. And here comes Eel. Now he can Dynamotor attach, and that's 110. And then 90, so we should be okay. I think, yeah, we should be okay. Rough Seas healing that Raikou down even more. So before that Raikou comes up, he will be fully healed. I think maybe our game plan is to load a giant Raikou. There's a Dynamotor, but can we load up one or not? Okay, so Lightning on that guy. We can also use, Eelektros to maybe, take a last couple prize cards as well. So we'll have a bunch of Eels in the field. There's another Lightning Energy, so he will hit for 90. There's a Course for 6. Okay. Alright, so if we actually, okay, so what we can do this turn, I actually have a cool play. We could Hex Maniac and take a knockout because Shiny Body's not in play. So if he does not get a Fighting Fury belt, we can actually take a knockout on this guy because we can Hex Maniac, shut down his ability, take a knockout, which would be fantastic. So let's say discards an Electric and a Lightning. So he has 2 Eels in discard pile, and does he find another Fighting Fury belt or not? Alright, if he finds one, then that Raikou will stay alive, and there's another Dynamo coming down to the field. And if we do this, yeah, here comes Raikou. So he's not going to take a knockout this turn. And we're going to maybe shut down his ability. So Thunderlance, and let me make sure, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus the 10 is 120. So we'll Rough Seas. We will Evosaur to get another Eel out. Okay. The Electros is in the deck as well, so we'll put down the Eel. We'll put a Light Energy on the active. Hex, no, put down a Raikou. Fighting Fear Belt, Hex Maniac, and we will Thunder Lance for the knockout, doing 120 damage, knocking out that Eel. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we'll take a knock. I think we take a knockout regardless, but with the Hex Maniac, we make it where our opponent cannot use his Dynamotors. So we get a VS Seeker, we can grab a Lysander, bring up maybe the Eel. It'll have 140 HP left. There's a DCE, Floatstone. We can Lysander, bring up an Eelektrik as well, knock that out, and there's Sycamore. Go and discard his hand, draw 7 cards. He did have the option to discard in, but he's going to opt not to do that. And I think we will take this game. This Raikou will be almost fully healed. We can also just VS Seeker for Hex Maniac to shut down a Dynamo, which I think is a fantastic play. Here comes Dynamo. Alright, and yeah, I think we're just going to VS Seeker for Hex Maniac. Well, he can't. Hold on, let's see. He didn't. I don't think he's been Rough Season. I think he's forgetting to use Rough Seas. But 125, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 140. So we can VS Seeker for Lysander, bring up that Raikou, and take a knockout, which is fantastic. So yeah, we'll grab the Lysander, bring up that Raikou, and we'll take a knockout. I think that's a better play. I know we could shut down his abilities, but I think Thunder Lance right here is a better play for sure. So 140, going down to 2 prize cards. And let's see what's going to happen. There's a VS Seeker, so we drop another EX Pokemon who can take a knock on it. Like if he drops a Drachi, a Shaman, here comes an Eel onto our opponent's turn. And if he, I don't think he can't Hex Maniac this turn. So if he takes a knockout, we can triple Dynamotor, and there's a victory. We'll go to game number 2. Now, I think, like I said, the key things about this matchup is not dropping your EXs. Like, that's a big no-no there. Who gets set up first? That's another key thing. But here we go. Game number 2. Let's see. Does he opt to go first or not? Let's see. I imagine I'll get a message here in a second saying does he want to go first or not. And let's see what's going to happen. I know Raikou Mirror Match isn't that very exciting, but it will happen nowadays. Like I said earlier, I think Raikou is one of the best decks in the format. Let's see, first or second. And I mean, if he doesn't respond, I'm assuming he wants to go first. Like, why would you not want to go first? We lost coin flip. So he's going to go first regardless, or he's going to pick the coin flip either way. So let's see what happens. Like I said, I imagine they will go first. And I mean, it's gonna come down to how do we get set up first turn, right? We don't play Max Elixir, so there's no way we get a turn with Talk Off. We get a Mulligan, which I'm kind of happy about. We start with the colors, which is not very good. On the opening turn, well, I mean, I guess we can Ultra Ball, discard Eel and Lightning, Ultra Ball, discard these two. But then I don't know, like we're still missing cards. That wouldn't have worked. All right, there's a Rough Seas, a Dynamo. All right, so we can put down Dynamo. And if we top deck a Floatstone, what we can do is we can free treat the Dynamo and Quake Punch for 30 damage. Now, I know that doesn't seem that great, but Quake Punch our opponent, oh, there's a Dynamo, a Side Stone as well, but Quake Punch our opponent might be the best thing to do. Fighting for on the active, okay. Ultra Ball, go and discard 2 cards with hand, discards a Chorus and Electric. And let's see, what does he decide to get? Now, man, if we top deck this Floatstone, we might be in really good shape. We can Ultra Ball, discard Lightning, Rough Seas, put a DC, and just hit it for 30. The only problem is we don't have a supporter card, so there's no Dynamo coming down for my opponent. We also could Thunder Wave him for Paralyzation as well, so a Dynamo coming down, okay. We can also Sky Return this Side Toad if we like Ultra Ball for Shaman, DCE. We see another Ultra Ball. I imagine this might get a Jirachi. If he does not have a supporter card, he discards a Flowstone and something else for a Dynamo, which that means he has a Sycamore in his hand. So my opponent is going to turn with Sycamore for 7 new cards, which is fantastic. So 7 new cards going into their hand. We can also try to Ultra Ball for a Shaman to license up a Dynamo, take a quick knock on it. Rough Seas coming down, okay. A Light Energy on the Raikou. Tynamo coming down. Shaman going to set up for 5 new cards. And like I said earlier, at least he puts out a Shaman that's good for us. Okay, so going to set up for 6 new cards. And I think our plan is the Ultra Ball, discard the Rough Seas and Lightning for Shaman setup. So on our turn, what do we top deck? There's a Fighting Fury Belt. That's not what we want to see. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, so the good thing about my opponent is he has a sidestone in the axe spot. He does play DC, so he could get a Quake Punch off next turn. I think it would Ultra Ball, discard the Rough Seas and the Rough Seas, and let's just look at our deck. Like I said, we can grab maybe Shaman. Actually, there's no Shamans in our deck, so that possibility cannot happen. Like, that is not an option in this world. Oh my goodness, we only play 1 Shaman, of course. So, we can grab a Mewtwo maybe, and X-Ball could be really strong if he attacks with Electric next turn. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 130. But he has a Fighting Fury Belt, so that's gonna be a little difficult. I think I'm still gonna grab a Mewtwo and go that route. Now, our opponent probably plays his own Mewtwo. We can also go for another Tynamo and go for a Thunder Wave. Try to paralyze it, but I don't know that's a great play. I think going for Mewtwo right now and putting a DC on it and just hitting the next opponent would be a little bit better. So put down Mewtwo, Fighting Fury Belt, DCE, and we'll just pass on to our opponent's turn. Alright, so he can take a knockout, right? He can hit us with Raikou, he can Quake Punch for a knockout, but then we send a Mewtwo, and then Mewtwo starts using X-Ball, and that might be very scary for my opponent. Now, Raikou is scary as well, but he can't one-shot Mewtwo next turn unless he puts a ton of energy on Raikou, and if he does that, we can punish him by taking a knockout. So this is a very interesting play for sure. I mean, we could have gotten a Raikou, attach a DC, next turn put a Lightning energy on it, and start Thunder Lancing, but I don't think that's good. I mean, that could be good enough, but I don't know if it is. So Computer Search, go and discard 2 cards from his hand, and let's see what does he decide to go for. He could search for DC and start using that Quake Punch to knock out a Tynamo, but if he does that, we have a Lightning Energy from Mewtwo. We can X-Ball for a ton of damage on this Sidestone. So we see Computer Search, discard a Raikou and a Lightning. Alright. Let's see. We just got to top deck a Sporter card. That's the key thing. Do we discard a Sporter card? I don't think we did. Yeah, we have not. There's a DC to the active, so you will Quake Punch for a knockout. But like I said, we can send up Mewtwo and X-Ball him for 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So 110, and there's a Raikou. So put down the Raikou, just in case he somehow knocks us out. Lightning, and we'll go for an X-Ball. Alright, so do 110 damage, and next turn we can actually knock out this Sidestone. Oh no, we can't. Because he can Rough Seas, bring it up to 140. We'd have to hit... Oh, there's a Lysander bringing it up to Raikou. That's not fun. But it's actually pretty fine because he's on Quake Punch for 40, and we can heal it. And if we top deck an Energy, we can retreat and X-Ball again, putting more pressure on this Sidestone. So I think it's okay play for sure. Yeah, we'll have to see how this works. If we hit a DC, we take a knock on the Sidestone. No, we can't. We have to hit like... that's impossible. Never mind. I lied. We can't DC and Lightning. So Quake Punch for 40. Alright, on to our turn. We get a Tynamo. So put down, we'll use Rough Seas. We'll put down Tynamo. And I think we just pass. Because if you Lysander Tynamo, whatever, we'll just hit with Mewtwo instead. So under opponent's turn, he's going to Rough Seas again, bring it up to 170 HP. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We actually can't take a knockout. We only do 150. Alright, so Rough Seas. And right now, we're just under Quake Punch lock. So we can hit it for another 40. On our turn, what do we top deck? There's another Raikou, so Rough Seas. We will pass again. So essentially, like, I mean, these Sidestones are slowly hitting us away, but he's not really setting up either. There's an Eelektrik coming down, so he can start using Dynamotor. But he only has 1 Lightning Energy in the discard pile, so Dynamotor. Gonna put energy on that Raikou. Alrighty. And there's another Rough Seas, healing that Sidestone down to 20 HP. And if he has a Lightning, he could retreat and attack, but he's gonna not. I think Quake Punch right here is still fine. There's a Lysander. Okay, so our plan right now is going to Rough Seas. And I'm going to Lysander up these I think I'm still going to hold on to Lysander right now. We could have Lysander the Eelektrik, get it stuck in the Axe spot, but then he can attach a Flowstone and still Quake Punch. And then we waste on a Lysander. I think our plan is to try to one-shot this Raikou. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will need Ooh, we actually need like multiple cards to knock out this Raikou. Unless he keeps attaching energies to the Raikou to try to one-shot a Mewtwo, that could be a possibility. So Flowstone going down to the Eelektrik, that Light Center play would not have worked. DC on the Shaman, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Ooh, if we hit an energy, we'd actually get Light Center up that Shaman, take a knockout on this turn. Yeah, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100 plus the fighting field would be a knockout. So we top deck an energy. We could take a knock on that Shaman, but we have to hit an energy right now. All right, and that could be the comeback we need if that's what happens. He's already attached return, so he can't. I mean, unless he plays escape rope or switch, then he can attack this turn. But if he does not, he's just going to quick punch for another 40 damage. There's an Ultra Ball. Going to get another Eelektrik into play. Discards a Rough Seas and a Jirachi, but if we hit an energy, we can take a knockout this turn, which would be fantastic. There's another Eel coming down, but once again, no light energies in the discard pile, and a Quake Punch for 40 damage. So come on, guys. Do we hit a light energy or not? And all right, so we'll light energy the active. We will retreat into Mewtwo. We will Light Center up the Shaman. Use the Rough Seas. And we will X-Ball for a knockout. Are you kidding me? That is fantastic. We'll put down the Raikou as well. And yeah, we'll go over X-Ball for a knockout. And there we go. The Mewtwo play has paid off. We'll do 110 damage to the Shaman and go down to 4 prize cards. There's a Shaman and a In. Alright, so next turn we're good to go. We can play in and start setting up. Our opponent could Thunderlance this turn, but I don't care about that. We took 2 prize cards and we might have a chance. And if he goes for Thunderlance, we can actually use our item cards. That'd be fantastic. So the Mewtwo play did play it off. I mean, right now it has paid off, so that's great. He still can't use Dynamotor. There's no light energy in the discard pile. He has to discard multiple energies to try to even one-shot this Mewtwo. So Mewtwo could be MVP in this game right now. But our plan next turn is to end. I'm not putting down the Shaman. There's no way it's hitting this field because that's a free 2 prize cards for our opponent, as you saw right there. He will have to deal with this Mewtwo. It has 10 HP. There's an Ultra Ball. Going to discard 2 cards in his hand. Maybe find another Raikou. Maybe find a Eelektrik. Discard a Lysander and a Lightning. So he's down 2 Lysanders and 2 VS Seekers. He has 2 VS Seekers, and there's his own Mewtwo. So what's going to happen? He's going to double Dynamotor, take a knockout with his own Mewtwo, and things are going to get interesting here in a second. So is he in? He has to find at least an energy to take a knockout this turn. On our 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Actually, he does not take a knockout on our Mewtwo. Okay, now he will. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so fun here in a second, guys. I'm excited. Like, I don't get excited about this stuff, but this is gonna be weird. Because he's gonna Dynamotor 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, and then he can take a knockout. But if we Super Rod our Mewtwo's back in, then we might have a chance. Yeah, let's see how this is gonna. I wonder how this is gonna work out here in a second. Does he notice he needs a Dynamotor? That's the key thing. If he does, okay, so Dynamotor. Let's see, where does he put this light energy? And he will put on the Mewtwo. That's what he needed to do. That's the correct play right there. So we're gonna set the Mewtwo. Going to X-Ball. That's for a knockout. I never thought I'd seen X. Okay, so Compressor, discard 3 cards out of his deck. And this is gonna be very interesting. I mean, he's going to X-Ball us. We're going to Computer Search, discard Sycamore and AZ for Super Rod, shuffle the Mewtwo, and some stuff back into our deck. Hopefully, we top deck into Lightning Energy, so that way we can Dynamotor. And we have to find another DC as well. So Computer Search, discarding some stuff. He is down 3 DCs as well, so another Dynamotor. Going down on probably that Raikou. And yep, that's what we're seeing happen onto that Raikou. And we'll see an X-Ball for a knockout. Alright, so my opponent going down to 3 prize cards doing 268 damage. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Alright, so set up the Raikou. On our turn, we get a Ultra Ball. Alright, so we'll Rough Seas. Computer Search. Discarding 1 and 2. And let's see, is Super Ride in the deck? I don't even know if it's in the deck or not. And it is not in the deck, unfortunately. Oh no, that is not good, guys. Alright, so Computer Search, we can grab Eelektrik. We could maybe Shaman, but I do not want to Shaman. I think Shaman right now would be the terrible play. I think right now putting down the Eel, Dynamotoring, well, we can't get attack unless we get a DC. We take attack. We can get attack off this way. Yeah, I think grabbing the Eel right now is probably the better play. So grab the Eel, put that down, VS Seeker for a first Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 cards. Oh, I can't believe our super honest prize. But we'll Sycamore and let's see what do we find. And we will not get an attack off the turn. So we'll Dynamotor number 1 onto the Raikou. Attach per turn. And we'll pass. Now, X-Ball's going to do 70. Yeah, I don't think he'd take a knock on it. So lighten your deck to 20, 40, 60, 80. It only does 90. Okay. Let's see here. Does he have a Life Center? Remember, he's already played 2 VS Secrets to 2 Life Centers, so he might be low on supporter cards. That could be a possibility. So he's going to retreat into the Raikou. He's going to Thunderlance for a knockout here. Yeah, he's going to Thunderlance for a knockout. The Dynamotor back onto the Mewtwo, okay. He's going to go down to, a Lightning Energy on the Cybertoad, okay. Another Dynamotor. I mean, I'd probably just, do you prop the Mewtwo here? No, go to the Dynamotor, okay. On the Eelektrik, okay. Was he, a Hex Maniac. Now, Hex Maniac's not too bad. It will do 140, okay. Can we take a knock on this guy? No, 160, that's going to be near impossible. So, we'll send up this Eelektrik. On our turn, we get a VS Seeker. So, put a Floats on the active. And I think I'm going to end. If we find a Lightning Energy, we can't take a knockout. That's fine. Yep. We'll put him down to 2. We get 4. And we do find a Lightning. So that's fantastic. But we do not find anything else. Alright. So you get this for 130. 140 minus 20. That's actually going to be a knockout. Oh, man. I think we've lost this game. Like, I don't think we can win this game anymore. Just trying to think. I don't think there's anything we could do. We'll put a Lightning to the Raikou, retreat, and Thunderlance. Okay. I mean, I think our plan next turn is to find a DC and a Lightning. That's still not enough. So, because he's gonna Rough Seas, heal it. And yeah, we're going to go to game number 3. Oh, man. Like, we had that cool playoff, but then we prized our super rod, unfortunately. Oh, man. Oh, well. We didn't actually think that Size Toe was just too much for us. Like I said, early game, that Quick Punch. Like, the idea I had is what he did instead. Well, let's see what he decides to do here. Could maybe make a misplay. Maybe, I don't know. But no, Thunderlance, go take a knockout, and he will go down to 1 prize card. And I don't know how we could win this. I think our play right now is to Paralyzation with the Dynamo, and there it is. There's Dynamo. We're going to Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Alright. We'll put a Dynamo down. Do we go for Paralyzation Flip? I mean, that's our only real choice. Like, we can put down Size Toad and Quake Punch. But then he can hit us back with a ton of damage with Thunderlance. We're gonna do 40 damage. I think our play right now is just go for a Thunder Wave and see what happens. So we're treating just Thunder Wave, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then we lose the game regardless. So it's Thunder Wave and heads. All right, it does work. We do stick it. All right, on to our opponent's turn. Let's see what's going to happen. Maybe he doesn't have a way to get out of this paralyzation. Gonna Rough Seas. Okay, he has 110 HP left. I mean, we can't take a knockout, so onto our turn, we get a VS Seeker. Alright, so put down Eelektrik. And we're gonna Chorus. We could end, but I don't think end is a better play. I think we're gonna Chorus right now. Gonna get 5, 6, 7. No, we whiff it. Oh no. Do we go for another Paralyzation Flip? We had a Raikou. I don't. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We would have taken a knockout. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is put down this guy. I think right now I'm going to go for a Dynamotor onto the Toad. DC the Toad. Retreat. Evolve. Fighting Fear Belts? Or do we Quake It Punch? I kind of want to save the Fighting Fear Belt for a Raikou. So we're going to Quake It Punch right now. I think that's a better play for sure. So, and then we only do 10 damage onto our opponent's turn. Let's see what happens. He's We're gonna draw a card, but if we can find a Raikou next turn, we could potentially. I mean, I don't think we could take a knockout. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, there's no way we can take a knockout next turn. So Thunderlance doing 140. On to our turn, we get a Raikou. All right, so put down Raikou. We will Dynamo. Wait, actually, we can take a knockout. So Dynamo number 1, Dynamotor number 2. All right. Oh, actually, don't take a knockout. Dynamotor number 3. Rough Seas. Let's think here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. We're 1 damage off right now. We can do 120, which doesn't knock it out. Then let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna put a Fighting Fear Belt. And I'm gonna end my opponent. Oh no, he could double. He could. Alright, so I think our play right now is to be a Seeker. Man, I don't know who to light center up. If he has an energy, he can retreat off the Eelektrik, which is not good, obviously. Man, there's so many weird plays to do right now. Like, I want to light center bring up the Eelektrik, but if he has energy, he can retreat. 4, 5, 6. Okay. So what to do? So I'm gonna VS Seeker or a Lysander and just see what happens. See if it sticks or not. I think that's the best play we have. Yeah, I'm just gonna license the eel and see if it has energy. I think regardless we lose this game, I don't think there's anything we could do around this. So we're gonna Quake a Punch for 30, and maybe he doesn't have a way to retreat this Eelektrik. So on our opponent's turn. If he has energy, he wins right now. If they don't, then we're still okay. We're just waiting to see. I mean, the next turn we via Seeker for like a course, or we could. That Mewtwo sitting there is what's going to kill us. Like we have, like our Super Robbie prize is what's killing us right now. So we're just waiting to see. We're just waiting to see what happens. I mean, we get a Rough Seas, heal our side sword up to 100 HP, but the Raikou is still in range of knocking us out. But that's one less energy card we have to worry about, and we're just waiting to see does my opponent have energy or not. They have 4, 5, 6. I mean, I don't know how many energy they play. We have 3, 4, 5 in play, so maybe that's all the energies. Just pass on to our turn. All right, so we get it. Battle Compressor. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We get a Rough Seas. Compressor. Discard. Lightning. So we can put 3 lightnings in the discard pile, but that's not going to be enough for a knockout, unfortunately. Alright, so discard those 2. Press done. Let me make sure. So 110, 30, 50. We can only do 160. I think I'm going to VS Seeker. I mean, how do we knock out this Mewtwo? That's my thing. Alright, so we're going to VS Seeker for an N. Alright, go put our opponent down to 1 card. Yeah, we're going to put him down to 1. Alright. DC, Eva Soda, Ultra Ball. Okay. So you get 1 card. I think right now we just go for a Quake Punch for 30 damage. Alright. So do 30. Alright, on to our opponent's turn to see what happens. We can Rough Seas, heal the Toad even more. But as soon as he hit Light, okay, so pass on our turn. We get a Shaman or Rough Seas. And now we have 130 HP left. So 20, 40, 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay, if he hits us, do we get knocked out? What to do? That's the question. Alright, so I'm going to Eva Soda just to fill it. Alright. We will... Man, I do not want to put down the Shaman. How many VS Seekers? 2 VS Seekers haven't played. He has 2 left. Alright. So I think what I'm going to do... 135, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, that Mewtwo, just one prize card, that's all my opponent needs. He'll make a comeback or not? Probably not. So what? If a Quick Punch, he takes a knockout. He sends out Raikou. He hits us for a knockout. That's not good. So, and I think I'm going to pass right now. I think I'm just going to pass onto our opponent's turn. I think that's the best play for sure. Because we have to Rough Seas more. So pass on our turn, okay. We will Rough Seas. So we have 160 HP. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then plus a... yeah, so we're going to pass again. We're going to press stun. Alright. I don't know if my opponent's dead drawing or what they have left in their deck. Or what's going on, but I'm fine with this for sure. I mean, let's see. I mean, as soon as they hit energy, they win. It doesn't matter who we send out. They can send this guy, take a knockout. Well, let's see what's going to happen. I mean, next turn, we are going to Rough Seas. We're going to Quake a Punch and have full HP with our guys. That'd be fantastic. Then he needs Quake a Punch. We can send up Raikou, knock out his Raikou. But then Mewtwo. Alright, so on our turn, we will Rough Seas. And I think we end right now. Man, I wish we had a can right now. So yeah, I think I'm going to Quake a Punch for a knockout, going down to 3. Okay, so we're going to Quake a Punch for a knockout. We have full HP. We're going to go down to 3. He could knock us out, though, don't get me wrong. And there's a Super Rod. So that Super Rod could be MVP here in a second. So we'll see Eelektrik coming up, right? So my opponent's they're going to draw a card. They're going to set up Raikou and hit us, but then we can retaliate, but then the Mewtwo is what becomes very, very scary. Now, next turn, oh man, there are so many things that can happen these couple turns. If we top deck a VS Seeker, what we can do is we can Super Rod, discard some cards, and license the Mewtwo for a knockout. But as soon as they hit a VS Seeker, they win this game. They can. They can't VS Seeker right now because they have Size on the X spot. Oh man, they haven't been playing Rough Seas either. I mean, I don't know if that's the case. So Dynamo number 1, okay. Gonna put Lightning Energy on the Dynamo. Okay. Retreats to Raikou, Rough Seas. Alright, so 160 HP left, and there's a Thunderlance for 140 damage. Alright, so on our turn, we get a VS Seeker. So a Rough Seas. We will Ultra Ball. I can't believe we're going to do this, but we're going to discard Eelektrik and Shaman. Okay. We will... Oh no! I did this wrong. I meant to Super Rod first to grab the... Oh no, I meant to Super Rod for the Mewtwo first. Okay. That's a huge misplay on my part. Oh, I meant to Super Rod and Ultra Ball to Mewtwo. I skipped a step. Alright, so grab Raikou. Alright, so how do we do this now? So with Super Rod, shuffle back in the Mewtwo, Eelektross, and the Shaman. Oh my goodness. Alright. So, do we end our point down to 1 or do we coerce for 8? I think we end him down to 1 right now and just see what happens. We can put down a Raikou. I mean, Raikou just gets knocked out either way. So we'll go for an N. Alright, so we'll put him down to 1. If we find an Electros, we can take a knockout this turn. And, okay, so we can Electros this turn, right? So we can Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. We'll grab Electros. Okay, so grab Electros, put that down. We will Dynamotor. Oh man, I meant to Dynamotor the first time. Oh my goodness. Alright, so Dynamotor. Dynamotor. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I mean, I'm just making silly mistakes right now. Alright, so retreat into this Electros. And I mean, we lose. Like we just lose because I just made so many silly mistakes. But we'll just discard all the energies. I mean, oh man, that's not a knockout. It does 130. I mean, If we had one energy, if we had one more energy, we could take a knockout on this guy. Unfortunately, I evolved first, so there's like huge misplays that game for sure. I mean, my opponent's just going to Thunder Lance for a knockout 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Actually, okay, there you go. So he's going to take a knockout this turn. So Thunder Lance for a knockout. Man, we like that super odd VS Seeker misplay was huge, but he might have had a VS Seeker in his hand. I don't know. Then at the end, I forgot to Dynamite once. We would have taken a knock on the Raikou. But we're going to game number 3. I mean, that was not my game to win anyway. Like, I should have lost that forever ago. We should have scooped. Like, if that was a real game, I would have scooped a long time ago because that was like 1-4. And yeah, we'll see what happens. We are going to go first. That was just huge misplays on my part, guys. I apologize for that, but we'll go first this game for sure. Yeah, we'll go first. Like always, yeah, first is better for sure. Get set up. And my opponent had like 3 Tynamos on turn 1 with the sides from the act spot. So here we go, game number 3. Hopefully it's a little better for us. I mean, that Quake Punch from the start was unfortunate. And then us just like, just making dumb misplays. I apologize. But here we go. We lost coin flip, but we are going first. They're going to choose to go first, and we are, of course, going to go first. It is best 2 out of 3, and we get a rake. We actually have a fantastic turn 1. Unfortunately, we have a coerce in our hand, though. So put on Tynamo. We'll press stunned. And I mean, we do get a mulligan draw, which is fantastic. That 1 extra card could be all we need. And that Pokemon Similar, that is still a very, very scary card. Alright, so I mean, we made great plays game number 2, like getting the Mewtwo, but then our opponent had the counter, and we had Super Rod prize. And I kind of want to cut Karen for a second Super Rod because it's really, really good. As you saw, we prized it, and we're like, oh no. Like, we wasted a computer search on it, and we prized it. And my opponent has 3 Pokemon on the first turn. Calm down there. We'll draw with a mulligan. There's a Rough Seas and a Evosoda. So put a Lightning to the active. Put down the Rough Seas. Compressor. And with Compressor, we are going to discard a Sycamore. And a Lightning? Well, Sycamore double Lightning. I think that's good. And then we're Course for 3. And I know this is a very, very risky play. But if we top deck a VS Seeker, we can be good to go next turn. So, okay, there's a Tynamo. Alright, so put down Tynamo. And right now, we'll just pass on to our opponent's turn. Luckily, Quake Punch will only do 20 damage. Or no, 10 damage right now. But then we can Rough Seas that off. But we will be item locked, unfortunately. But we could put a Lightning in the active. And there's an in. That's good. So both get a new hand of 6. Okay. And there's a Size Toad, Rough Seas, Floatstone. Okay. I mean, I do not want to play. Okay, so DC in the active. He's going to get the first Quake Punch off, but we can retaliate with our own Quake Punch, but we would discard a Floatstone, and I don't like that at all. So Quake Punch for 10. Do we top? If we top like a Lightning, I might just... Oh, what DCE? DCE, you are tempting me. Alright, so Rough Seas. Put down Size Toad. Put a DCE. And I want to retreat and just Quake Punch. Yeah, I'm just going to Quake Punch right now. For 30 damage. Now, this is going to be dumb. We're going to sit here with Quake Punch, but at least we have Raikou in the field. I don't want to Sycamore discard our stuff away, that's for sure. Like, I don't want to discard Super Rod and all that good stuff away. There's an Eelektrik coming down. Now for see a Quake Punch where, okay, so 30 damage. And this is going to be very, very silly here in a couple turns. Our plan is to maybe license up Eelektrik and Quake Punch it. So he Sycamore discards a bunch of stuff for fighting 3 out VS Seeker, Evosoda, Compressor. There's a Raikou coming down to the field. I mean, maybe we should have Sycamore try to hit the Lysander, because we only have the 1 in our deck, so it's a very unlikely possibility of drawing into it, but there's 30 damage. And on our turn, let's see what's going to happen. There's a Rough Seas, so Rough Seas, and I think I'm just going to Sycamore as well. Sycamore, discard a bunch of stuff and get 7 new cards. And we find a Lysander for next turn. So right now, I'm just going to Quake Punch. I don't want to put down Eel because that's a Lysander target for sure. So let's see what happens. Onto our opponent's turn, they're going to draw a card. And like I said, we're going to Lysander up that Eel and get it stuck in the active spot. And they'll have to waste 2 energies on it unless they play AZ. Now, I have not seen the AZ in either of the game right now, so that's fantastic. But we play AZ, and we have not shown that. I don't think we've shown it. It's like a secret in our deck. There's Course for 6 cards, which is fine with me. That means they're not Life Center this turn, and we're going to Life Center, bring the eel up to the X spot, and get it stuck there. They will have to waste 2 energies on it, which means next turn we can play all of our item cards, which is fantastic. So like if you're playing this like sideshow weird Quaker Punch, you don't want to evolve really anybody, and he has 2 eels down. So what we can do is we can license to bring one up, Quaker Punch, Quaker Punch, Quaker Punch, Quaker Punch, and then we can license up the other one while we're set up on our side of the field. So a DC gun on Raikou, and we'll see Quaker Punch for 30 damage, but we'll Rough Seas that off. And we should be in a better position right now. So we get an Eelektrik, so Rough Seas. We will license or bring up an eel. Put down double Eelektrik, so 1 and 2. We will Dynamotor number 1 onto a Raikou. Dynamotor number 2 onto a Raikou, and we should be in like a good position now. So Dynamotor, we'll second Dynamotor, and we will Quaker Punch for 30 damage. All right, so here we go, Quaker Punch. I'm not gonna put down the Shaman. That's a horrible call. So now we're just gonna punch this Eelektrik, and my opponent could just like not attach, just let it get knocked out. But then we'll have a Raikou ready to go. We get Thunderlets his Raikou for knockouts, possibly. He could have a Life Center on his own right now, but we have like ways to get around it, which is fantastic. There's another Raikou coming down, and there's a Sycamore. So they're going to discard their hand, draw 7 new cards, discards an end, Rough Seas, and some other stuff. I was hoping they discarded the Via Seeker. That'd be fantastic. All right, so a Light Energy on the active, so they are going to commit that. Heal it for 30. Okay. And on to our turn, we're going to put down a Fighting Fury Belt, Dynamotor more onto the Raikou, and I mean, you got to think we are in a better position. So on our turn, we get our Eelektrik. We're going to put down Fighting Fury Belt, Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2 to grab another Dynamo. AZ in here, AZ next, that's great. We'll grab a Dynamo, put that guy down, and we will Shaman set up for 5 new cards. Alright, let's see, what do we find? Hopefully the AZ. Alright, that's not an AZ, but we do find another Lysander. So we're going to Via Seeker for Lysander, and we're going to Via Seeker for a Colress, okay? We're going to Dynamotor onto Raikou, and we will just Quick Punch for another 30 damage. Now they can attach energy, retreat, all that good stuff. What? Oh, we have 3 Via Seekers down. Well, that could be a problem right there. Alright, but I mean, next turn we can Lysander, bring the Eelektrik back up to the active spot and hit it. I mean, opponent could put a Light Energy on the Raikou and Thunderlances for 30. If he has a Lysander and a Light Energy, that could be terrible because he can Lysander the Shaman and take a knockout on it. Ooh, so that could be bad if he has a Lysander and an Energy. Alright, so let's see, what does our opponent have? Does he have a Sycamore? He knows we have a Course and Lysander in our hand right now. And the reason why I grabbed it beforehand, if he brings up the side stride and Quaker Punches, I want to at least have some way to play supporter cards the following turn. Alright, but we'll have 3 Raikous ready to go. That's great. Obviously, if we find the AZ, we can automatically pick it up. Alright, so let's see, what does he decide to do here? I mean, we're going to put down a Raikou, a Eelektrik, Lysander if he retreats. If he doesn't, we'll Course, and get a new hand of 9. Alright, so Light Energy on the active, okay. So he cannot get attack off the turn, so Rough Seas, he'll that 30 damage. He's going to retreat to Side Toad, and Quaker Punch most likely is what I imagine we'll see. Yeah, he can't even knock out a Shaman this turn. Yeah, that was silly of me. He can't energy retreat, unless he, like, AZ. No, he can't even do that. Well, he had to like retreat, then AZ, but then he can't Light Center. So yeah, we're fine either way. Don't know what I was talking about. But Dynamotor gonna put a Light Energy on that Raikou most likely is what I think we'll see. Show me the Light Energy. Oh, gonna put on the Eelektrik. Okay, we're just not gonna Light Center that one up. It's just gonna, I'm like, whatever. You can have a Dynamotor unless he Dynamotors onto both these guys, and he is gonna Dynamo both these guys. All right, so the interesting play for sure. So Quaker Punch for 30. On our turn, we get a Lightning. Okay, so we'll heal. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, so we'll put a Lightning, Raikou, I mean not Raikou, Eelektrik, and I'm going to Course for 9 new cards. We could potentially one-shot the Side Stone. Alright, so there's a Light Energy, Eelektross, oh my goodness. Alright, so we'll Quake Punch for 30. Almost passed there, that was almost a huge misplay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have to get 3 lightnings on this guy. Oh my goodness. So rough seas. Okay. All right. So he can license him eel now if he wants to. Oh my goodness. So Quake Punch for 30. All right. On to our turn. We get a Ultra Ball. All right. So rough seas. We will lighten usually this guy. And we'll 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so next turn we can. I think we Quick Punch again, right? We top deck AZ, we actually take a knockout. I don't know what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, because 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So if we have an AZ and we already have a Lightning. So we can AZ, Lightning, take a knockout on the Side Stone, Quick Punch for 30. Okay. On our turn. And, oh, goodness gracious. All right, let's make sure we do the math right? We'll put down a Lightning on this guy. 5, okay, so 120. Hold on. 5 plus 6. Why am I bad at math? Yeah, that's a knockout. That's 180 damage. So AZ, bring up the Side Stone, send up the Raikou, and we are going to one-shot our opponent. There we go, 180 damage coming down to Raikou, going down to 4 prize cards. Now, opponent is going to be under, they're going to break Item Lock, right? But that's fine. I don't think he can take a knock on Raikou. That'd be crazy if he does. And we're going to be maybe fine. Here comes a Raikou. Next turn, we can Hex Maniac. Maybe we can AZ pick up the Shaman as well. But I think just like Hex Maniac hitting his Raikou is probably the better play. Alright, but let's see what happens. He has a ton of cards in his hand. He can NS, he can use Via Seekers, he can use Ultra Balls, he can grab a Mewtwo. There's a bunch of different things he can do right now. Now, if he grabs Mewtwo, we can retaliate with our own Mewtwo, which is fantastic. So, yeah, this is a weird game for sure. This is a long game, 51 minutes. Holy moly. A time would have been called. That is for sure. Time would have been called. It is, time would have been called. So, like I said, game number 2, if I would have definitely scooped. Once we're down like 4 prize cards, I would have instantly scooped. But since this keep going, hey, there's a Mewtwo. There's big and bad Mewtwo. Like I said, I think Mewtwo's in our deck. I think it is. I hope it is. It's a computer search. Going to discard 2 cards. All right. I imagine this will find a DCE. Yeah. We just gotta find a Raikou, a DC, energy to treat the Shaman. Because I think we sent the Shaman. I don't know why. I should have been to Raikou. I don't know why I didn't. That was just a silly misplay on my part. Just making silly stuff. Like we should have put down Raikou. Just said, all right, if you NS and take a knockout, send up Raikou. He has free one retreat calls. That's not that bad. So 1 card going to their hand, unless he hacks Maniacs this turn. That would be horrible. Unless he DCs this turn. 24 days. Okay, so DC, if he's still take a knockout, so fighting 3 outs, whatever. If he hacks this turn, then we are in trouble. I think hacks would be way worse than an in. Let's see what he decides to do. I know he plays hacks. We've seen it before. I'm pretty sure we've seen it. These games have been rather long. But let's see. He is going to X-Ball, but does he go for in or Hex Maniac? He computer search for something. And I mean, I doubt it's just for DC. So Via Seeker or a Coerce? A Coerce? Are you kidding? Okay. All right, hold on. He could have ended us. We have a bajillion cards in our hand. Interesting. All right, so our play next turn is to like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Ooh, actually, we don't take an automatic knockout right now. Ooh, so actually, okay, so yeah, because the fighting field is going to save a little bit. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So Dynamotor. Oh, to the Mewtwo? Okay, okay, now we just need 2 energies. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. No, triple Dynamotor will knock out this Mewtwo, and we can Hex Maniac him. Alright, so treat the Mewtwo. Okay, so we're going to see an X-Ball for a ton of damage, right? But he's going to go down to 5. We'll send him a Shame, attach a Lightning, and triple Dynamotor plus a Hex Maniac. Alright, so 170. Going down to 5, we'll send him the Shaman, and I mean, this is our game to lose now. On to our turn. We don't even have to dig for it. Mewtwo just showed up to the party like that. So Mewtwo, Dynamotor number 1. onto the Mewtwo. Dynamotor number 2 onto the Mewtwo. Dynamotor number 3. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 times 2, 240. So yeah, that's going to be a knockout. We'll put a lightning in the active. We will retreat. Next year, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. You will Hex Maniac. Put down a Raikou. And we will X-Ball for a knockout. Yeah, so we got 2 prize cards, and like I said, it's our game to lose. We get an N and a DC, so X-Ball can even X-Ball is gonna be like super big next turn. All right, so gonna take. All right, so here comes Eel. We also can like triple Dynamotor. I think we have three more lightnings in the discard pile, and we can start powering up a Electros. That could be our game closer. All right, Super Ride. He's gonna get Mewtwo back. If he gets Mewtwo back, I mean he has to find a DCE. He has to find a DC, Flowstone, and the Mewtwo to actually take a knockout. The 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Yeah, he has to find DC, Flowstone, and a... Yeah, DC, Flowstone, and yeah. That's going to be kind of rough, but he can do it. Not going to lie to you, that is a possibility. There's a Flowstone, okay. Now he needs to find the DC and a Mewtwo, and he can retaliate a knockout. Okay, alright. But if that happens, I think we'll triple Dynamotor to Raikou. Life Set of Eelektrik, take a knockout. So via Secure for an N. Alright, so here comes the N. He's going to end this down to 2. He's going to get 5. And let's see what's going to happen. Does he find a Mewtwo or not? Ooh. Ooh, that's a good hand for us. Like, either way, we can take a... I mean, we don't take a knockout on Mewtwo, but we can start doing some damage to it. Because all we have to do is knock on a Mewtwo and we win if he retaliates. Did he find an Ultra Ball? Did he find a Mewtwo? He's played 2 Ultra Balls already. There's a Lightning. You got a Raikou. And yeah, he cannot take a knockout. Here comes the Raikou. And he's going to pass on to our turn. Alright, so we're here. There's a Sycamore. Oh my goodness. So we're going to Floatstone a Eelektrik. And we're going to Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Alright, so Fighting Fury to Electros. Alright, so let's see how we're going to do this, guys. We're gonna Ultra Ball, discard the Ultra Ball and the Side Stone. We're gonna grab a Raikou so we don't draw back into it. So 20, 40, 60. We will Dynamotor number 1. Onto this guy. Dynamotor number 2. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we actually can take a knockout with our own Raikou. So we'll put 3 energies on the field. Okay. Fighting Fear Belt. Retreat. Play the Evo Soda so we don't draw back into it. Alright. And we will Thunder Lance for a knockout. I'm not going to put down Electros just yet. We could use Electros next turn to win the game. Alright, so we got a 1 prize card. And there's a Karen. A Karen's not going to be very useful. Like I said, I might cut the Karen for a Super Rod if I were to replay this deck. So on our opponent's turn, I mean, next turn we can, like, maybe Electros. We could triple Dynamotor, Electros. I had to find 1 more energy. 3, 6, 9, 12. So yeah, they're lightning with that guy. But I mean, I'm not too scared. I don't think he'd take a knockout this turn. That'd be, like, pretty crazy if he does. It'd be really crazy if he does. But we'll see what happens. I mean, anything's possible, right? I mean, next turn we're definitely going to double Dynamotor. Triple Dynamotor. I think we win no matter what. I think the Electros kid's going to win us the game next turn. But we'll see what our opponent does here. So here comes Raikou. 5-1. There's a Thunder Lance, and we will take this game, guys, to 100 damage. On our turn, what we're going to do is we're going to Dynamotor number 1 onto the Eelektrik. Alright. Dynamotor number 2 onto the Eelektrik. We could even we could probably X-Ball for the knockout as well, but I want this Electros to sign. We'll do number 3. Alright. We'll put Electros, Sycamore, and we are looking for a DC to even do more damage. Let's see what's going to happen. There's a DC, so put a DC on this guy. On the Mewtwo, whatever. We will retreat to the Electros. And we will crash and burn for 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 18, 21, 20, like a ton of damage. I don't even know how much damage it's doing. Like, what, 200 plus, a 190? And there we go. 109 damage with the Electros. They finished that game. And there we go, guys. There's the Raikou mirror match. Alright, I know that game probably wasn't too exciting, but you can see how it works. Quake Punch is definitely very strange, especially when you can license the Electros. Electrics get stuck in the X spot. That's what we saw there. I mean, we loaded a Raikou with like a billion energies, one-shot his Size Toad, then he dropped his Mewtwo, then we dropped our Mewtwo, and... or was it the other way? No, our Mewtwo was in the field, so yeah, we one-shotted the Mewtwo, one-shot Size Toad, he knocks out our Mewtwo, we knocked him out with our Mewtwo, and then we took 2 prize cards with Raikou, and there you go, and that's how this matchup kind of is. It's definitely weird. It's very interesting. And guys, we're currently 2-0. I think this is a 7-round tournament once again. It might be 6 rounds. I can't confirm that right now. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something new about the Raikou mirror match. It's definitely interesting to see. But guys, have a great day. Alrighty. Bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.